yeah, as you were just talking, it just came to my mind that when we have on this mask, this is not really the real us.
Mm-hmm.
And God wants us to take off the mask and to really be open to the world and invite them in. And when we have on this mask, people don't really want to approach us, because then they become scared of really what's behind that mask, right? So spiritually, so I'm saying, yeah, God wants us to take off this mask and to really open ourselves to others.
And I think you brought up a really powerful point that I didn't even think about. Is that people wear masks in sick environments.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in a religious community and you have to wear a mask, it's not like you choose to wear a mask, like you have to wear a mask to survive. Mm-hmm. It doesn't speak so much about you, it speaks about the environment that you're in. The environment is sick. Because there are some places that you have to wear a mask. But if you don't wear a mask, the people are going to kill you, or the disease that's around you is going to kill you, you know? Mm-hmm. But what God has intended for us is for us to be able to live life where we can be our true selves. and sometimes that will cause us to have to, at least, even if we don't physically challenge a person, we have to mentally challenge people. We have to mentally challenge ourselves sometimes, because we have beliefs that are not true. Like I'll say a belief. People that want to be seen, right? They're not being led by the Spirit of God. So people say, okay, that's true, right? But here's the problem. Jesus is doing miracles on the street. He didn't rent an auditorium and invite you to come to the auditorium so you can do it behind closed doors. He walks on the street. Now, if you see a crippled guy on the street, I'm talking about any of us who are here. You see a crippled guy on the street, and you see some guy talking and preaching and talking about all this kind of spiritual stuff, and then you see him put his hands on the crippled guy and tell him to get up, and the crippled guy gets up. Has he gotten your attention?
Mm-hmm.
So when Jesus was doing stuff, he was actually doing stuff and being seen. Mm-hmm. You can even argue that he was trying to be seen, because even though there's many places where Jesus tells people not to say anything, there's other times when he's right in the middle of the street, like you cannot miss it. The woman with the issue of blood, he doesn't just heal her, he stops the crowd, pulls her out, has a conversation with her, so everybody in the crowd can see that he healed her, or that God healed her through him. And I think that in the church we try to teach people this false humility, that you shouldn't be seen. And of course, like, if you're trying to be seen so you can build your brand and so people can notice you, then obviously that's not correct. If you're trying to be seen so that you can accomplish a task, or you're trying to be seen so that you can help people, then I don't think there's anything that's wrong with it. But the whole point of what I'm talking about is we have to challenge some of our assumptions and say, okay, instead of me putting my energy in trying to humble people or trying to get people to see the darkness that is in them, I want to put my energy into trying to get people to get connected to God so that they can be their true self. So they don't have to wear a mask. Because the reason why people wear masks is because the environment is sick. And I think that the reason why there's a lot of falsehood, people not being their true selves, is because they're in sick environments, and they know that if you come out and be your real self, people are going to condemn you and people are going to kill you. But when you're in the presence of God and when you're with God, you want to get to a place where you're free with God to be who you are. You're free with God to challenge some of your assumptions, to challenge yourself, and even to challenge some other people, because some other people will say stuff to you and it will impact you, but you have to ask yourself the question, is what they're saying true? Like, am I really negative in the way that they're saying? Like, am I really selfish? Am I really about myself? Or are they saying it because they're having their own problems?